Regrets. Regrets are something that as you get older, you will probably have more of, but I would encourage you to think now about regrets so that you minimize those. When you end up leaving this earth, most of the time you won't think about the things that you did that didn't work out. You will think about, I wish I had done that. I wish I had gone on that trip. I wish I had written that book. I wish I had spent more time with family. I wish I had done this business acquisition process. All of those things can be regrets, and you can't get time back. So I would encourage you to think about that. I had a meme written and turned into a cartoon for me, basically a thumbnail. And it was something that I saw as a quote years ago when I first started this. I don't even remember where I saw it, but it's a picture of the devil. And then the quote was basically, imagine if hell was having to watch an endless movie of what your life could have been had you put in the work to achieve your dreams. That is what regrets might look like. And imagine if hell really was like that. That here are the trips you could have been on. Here's what you could have accomplished in terms of charities or in terms of business or in terms of your family, all of those things, and having to watch that over and over and over. Hell's a pretty good description of that. So I hope that as you think about what you want to do, that you end up saying, okay, what are the regrets that I have? A lot of people that start this business acquisition don't realize how emotionally hard it is. They've never been through rejection, et cetera, et cetera. So understand that's part of the process and just normal, certainly. The other thing to think about is there are things that get in the way. For a lot of people, that's a day job. And they end up saying, well, I didn't do anything this week because I had to spend more time at work or because I had a problem with this or that, whatever it is. And to those people, realize that you are robbing yourself of time. If you have a day job, I understand that, but you can allocate some time to do this. Certainly, this doesn't have to be full time. Is it better if it is? Most of the time, yes, and unless you're so comfortable that you really don't have to worry about achieving success in this, which having money is a double-edged sword that way. One, it may not make you as hungry, but you do need money to live, obviously. So those are the two sides of that coin. But think about regrets. Think about what you can do to get started. Think about allocating time on a daily basis to this. Think if you want to make cold calls, for instance, and you say, well, I want to make 500 this week. That can be daunting. So just start out with a number that you can commit to yourself to do. I don't care if it's 5 calls in a day. I'm going to make those 5 calls. I'm going to find the time to be able to do that. And again, remember that thumbnail meme that I wrote you. Imagine if hell was having to watch an endless movie of what your life could have been had you put in the work to achieve your dreams. If you want that thumbnail, just send me an email at bruce@brucewhipple.com. It's not bad to put into an affirmation, that picture. So I would be happy to do that. If you are wondering how to get started, go over to brucewhipple.com. Plenty of materials there. The Acquisition Advantage Bootcamp is the best step-by-step way to do it. That also gives you a invite to the once-a-month live Q&A I do, and where you can answer questions of me personally. That's a live webinar, essentially, Q&A. So that's that. If you want to know how to get started with conversations, go over again to brucewhipple.com. There's a free course there with some conversation starters. That should help you. And lastly, if you're not on my email list, I'd encourage you to be on it. I give you 3 actionable emails each week that keep you going or solve problems that you're having, et cetera, et cetera. And in the one that I sent yesterday, I ended up saying that there are some openings in the VIP mastermind. So if you're interested in that, Again, the details are over on brucewhipple.com, but look for my last email. If you don't have that, also let me know, hey, I didn't get your last email, and could you send that to me? That probably means you're not on my list, or check your junk or spam filter if you are. But unlike a guy that emailed me this morning, if you want me to email you, it's important that I actually have your email address, or if you want a phone call, which is the case with him. He said, please call me Monday. There was no phone number. There was nothing about what it was in regard to. So remember those details as well. Email, obviously, if I get an email, I got your return email. But if you're asking me to call you, which rarely will I do, I need to know what number to call. So, okay, if you want to go to those conversation starters directly, just go to brucewhipple.com/free course. But remember regrets. Again, if you want that thumbnail, email me. But regrets are a bitch as you get older, particularly. So don't let that happen.